With its 19 electoral votes, Pennsylvania is clearly the biggest prize tonight amongst the 7 battleground states.
Both candidates have repeatedly visited the state, with Vice President Kamala Harris spending all of election eve there. But neither Harris nor former President Trump has established a clear lead in Pennsylvania, which helped seal Joe Biden's victory over Trump in 2020.
Joining us live in Philadelphia is national political correspondent Alex Miller with the role Pennsylvania plays in deciding this election. Good morning, Alex.
Well, good morning. People have been waiting outside since before the polls opened, making sure that they had a chance to get in and get out. And the line is moving pretty steadily. I want to show you what it looks like right now. There's definitely less people here than there were about an hour ago when we chatted, but the line is still very much wrapping around the block, people taking their time, going inside and voting. And there are security guards here looking like they're hired by private security, and there's a lot of concern here. Look, this was the epicenter of a lot of the issues that we saw in 2020, a lot of the threats of violence, a lot of the protesting that we saw in the days after the election, before it was decided, and of course even after the race was called. And so there is concern about violence here today and in the coming days. I want you to take a listen to what the district attorney of Philadelphia had to say about the potential for violence here.
Everybody in this city is working and has been working for months to make sure that there will be nothing tough about that experience and nothing to fear in that experience. But I also want to be clear, anybody who thinks it's time to play militia, F around and find out.
And as you guys said before, this could be the make or break state for either Trump or for Harris. If Harris wins this state, her path to victory is much easier. If she loses, it makes it exponentially harder for Trump. He doesn't necessarily need this if you look at the polls, but he does. If it does solidify his chances of winning that much more. And 2016, 2020, both of them incredibly close races. In 2016, Trump only won this state by 50,000 votes. In 2020, Biden won it by 80,000 votes. That's a 50.01% win. It is not very much, considering there are 13 million people who live in the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania. And looking at where we are right now, we are obviously in the city of Philadelphia. This city votes heavily Democratic, but it's not just about a Democrat winning or losing this county. It's by how much. Now, if they can win, if Democrats can win and win big, that will help their vote tally in places that they're not sure how they're going to do. It's not just about Philadelphia. It's also the surrounding counties as well, places that have been traditionally Republican and have started to become more and more Democratic. They are hoping that this area, which by the way makes up a large chunk of the entire Pennsylvania population, they are hoping that the time that they have spent the Harris campaign will help them pull a win out here in places comparatively where Trump has more support in the center and the northern part of the states. It's here in Philadelphia, in the suburbs, and in Pittsburgh that they are really paying close attention to, specifically because of population, but also because of the amount of money and time they have spent on that ground game.
Absolutely going to be very, very key. And we do expect Pennsylvania's results to come in a little more slowly than some other swing states. So we could be waiting a little bit of time to find out what happens in this all-important battleground. National political correspondent Alex Miller, thank you so much for your reporting.